How we doing, guys?
Jason, what was the issue with the run defense?
We just did not do a good enough job defending the run, obviously. They're a physical football team. I think there's a little bit of a misperception about how the Rams play offensive football. It starts with the run, and they do an outstanding job week in and week out, and we just didn't do a good enough job controlling the line of scrimmage, winning our gaps, and tackling. And unfortunately for us, they were able to run the ball consistently throughout the ball game. They controlled the pace and the tempo of the game really because of that. They were committed to stopping our run. They had a lot of people around the line of scrimmage, and that's what they were going to do. When we were in 3 wide receiver sets, they were staying in base defense, and they just wanted to stop the run. And that gave us some opportunities in the passing game that we were able to take advantage of. Obviously, we're at our best, and we're balanced, and we're throwing it and running it. But they were committed to stopping the run, and we had to run them out of that. And at times, we did a good job of that.
Jason, you didn't run back on a run play until like 5 minutes ago in the fourth quarter. Would you have wanted to run Houston running game earlier?
Yeah, again, we've talked about this a lot during the year. A number of those plays get called, and sometimes they become handoffs in the game. It's been a big part of what we do, and we'll continue to use that as we go forward. Not every game is he going to get a ton of carries based on what the defense is playing.
4th and 1 play to Zeke that they stopped. You had success the first 2 times. What were you trying to get to there on that 4th and 1?
Yeah, it's been a signature play for us. We've been very successful over the years, with that idea, double teams at the point of attack and giving Zeke a chance to make the yard. And he's done that time and time again throughout his career, and they did a good job stopping us on that one.
Jason, what's your message to the team? What are you saying after a loss?
Incredibly proud of our football team. You talk about mental toughness and physical toughness. They demonstrated that the whole year. A young football team that grew a lot over the course of 16 games and a couple games in the playoffs. I think we learned from our experiences. I think we grew. I think we got tougher. I think we became a more hardened football team. I think a lot of young guys grew up, and they grew up together, and those are really positive things that we can build on. The Rams are a better team than we were today. They were, and I don't question our effort, our toughness, our fight. Those guys put it all out there. It inspires me. The hair stands up on the back of my neck when I talk about them and think about them. Everything they put out there is something else. And I love the group of guys we have. They care about each other. They love each other. They love this game. They go about it the right way. All things that we can build on for the future. At times, Amari did a really good job. Obviously, on the first drive, he had the big touchdown for us and came back a few other times throughout the game. So he's a good football player. We like to get him involved. I thought Michael Gallup did a lot of good things in the ball game as well. So we're at our best when we spread the ball around. And each of those guys, they were a big part of what we did in the passing game.
What needs to happen to get past this point in the playoffs?
We just have to grow as a team in all areas. We have to get better on offense, better on defense, better in the kicking game. We have to continue to create competitive situations with our personnel on our roster so we can grow. And we have to learn from our experiences. A lot of different experiences this year that we'll grow from, we'll develop from. The early season inconsistency that we had, that we grew out of and played significantly better over the last half of the season. Having the playoff win last week is something we'll benefit from, and having the disappointment today is something we're going to benefit from. You have to remember these feelings when you stand in these locker rooms, when you have disappointment, and that has to continue to drive you. And we have the kind of guys who that will. It'll be fuel for us going forward.
Jason, did you see anything matchup-wise that suggested your defense was going to struggle against them as much as it did?
Again, they're a good football team. They won 13 games. That doesn't happen by accident. They've done a very good job running the football all year long, and that was going to be a challenge for us. And, again, we just didn't do a good enough job in that area. It's been one of the strengths of our defense all year long, trying to make teams one-dimensional. That's an objective that we have, and we didn't do that tonight. And we'll look at the tape, and we'll learn from this experience and get better.
3rd and 7, they get picked off on the edge. Is that the last guy that you think is going to do that, or how you judge that situation, what you guys were able to not do?
Yeah, there's some different things that you have to be ready for. Obviously, they want to run the ball in that situation to work some clock or force us to use a timeout. So you're ready for the runs to the backs. You're ready for the nakeds with the quarterback. Maybe you're ready for a quick screen. They did a good job just capturing the edge. And he was able to make that yardage and obviously end the game at that point.
Jason, how formidable of a running game is it now that they've got C.J. Anderson?
Yeah, CJ's a hell of a football player and has been in this league. He's done an excellent job wherever he's been. And you add him to a duo with Todd Gurley. That's a big-time tandem in the backfield that they have. But they do an excellent job with their scheme. They do an excellent job with their offensive linemen, blocking, and obviously the runners are damn good running the football. So hats off to them. They did a great job. They did a better job than we did tonight. And congratulate the Rams for the year they've had and going on to the next round.
Slow down your run. Slow down your running game. What did they do?
Yeah, we addressed that earlier. They were committed to stopping the run, and they were going to have a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage. And even when we were in 3 wide receiver sets, they were staying in base. So they were committed to stopping our running game, and we had to run. We had to be able to throw them out of that defense. And at times we did. The big plays we had in the passing game were a result of that. Amari on the touchdown early on got a good matchup against the safety. So that's part of how these games go. If they're committed to taking one thing away, you have to beat them in another area. At times they did a good job of that tonight.
Did you guys consider sticking with your base when they were out there in 11 personnel too, to try to do what they did when they were running it so well? You didn't play base very much tonight.
Base on defense? Again, there are a lot of different things that we did to attempt to slow them down. Whether it's personnel or scheme or movement up front, a lot of different things that we tried, but they did a good job. They did a good job up front, controlling the line of scrimmage and running the football. Yeah, Michael's done an excellent job. A young player who played a lot of snaps for us, and you said it, he grew over the course of the season. He had some challenging situations that he had to deal with off the field and really handled that well, and then certainly he grew with the opportunities he had to play and built on the good stuff and learned from some of the challenging things on the field and just got better and better and better. And he was a big part of what we did tonight.
When you think about you guys start this deal in March, maybe some guys even before that, does the finality of it hit you now, or does it hit you when you get back home? When does it get you?
Well, you just put it all out there. And, fortunate to be one of 8 teams playing this weekend. And we feel good about where we came this year and the growth and development of a young football team. But we had no plan for any meeting tomorrow. We had a plan to get ready to go play in the NFC Championship game. And then you have to regroup when you come into the locker room when you lose and you move forward. Again, we'll go back and watch this tape. We'll learn from this experience. We'll remember this feeling. We'll be better for it.
What are you most proud of when you reflect on these guys this season?
The mental toughness that we demonstrated, individually and collectively. Challenging times really throughout, had to overcome a lot of different things, a lot of young players learning how to play at this level. And at every turn, they just handled things the right way. And they grew, and they got closer. And they care so much about each other, and they really love each other. And they love this game, and they handled it the right way.
You guys fell behind there like 23-7, Jason. Did you feel like the team competed adequately enough? It was just a matter of execution by the other team?
Yeah, I thought we competed really hard and really well today. And, to come back from that adversity in this ball game, they did a good job running the football and driving the ball against us, and they got ahead. And, we couldn't answer it well enough offensively, but this team doesn't blink. The mental toughness and the effort and the will of this football team readily apparent tonight, as it has been all year long, and did a great job getting ourselves a hell of a chance at the end of the ball game to make it one score and come back and tie it. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for us.
I don't know if you addressed it earlier, but can you just talk about the way Dak battled and brought you guys back at the end?
Yeah, he's something else. He is something else. He's a great football player and a great leader. And, just the way he goes about any situation since I've met him has just been inspirational in so many ways. And scratch, claw, fight, battle, somehow, some way, he's going to give our team a chance. And he certainly did. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do enough.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, guys.